Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very, very special episode of Red Pill Tamales. We got a new studio set up. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I'm not a clone. This ain't a clone studio. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm your boy Chingo Bling. We got producer Rob. He's bartending. He's back there. So I'm excited, man. We have a special guest. Man, I remember I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube. And
that's how it starts.
I was checking out some channels and some clips because I was new to the conservative side, so I was in. And I remember watching like a political commentator, but he used this one song on his video. He's like, "Donald Trump is your president, whether you like it." And I was like, "Man, who the hell is that?" And we got him on the line right now, man. Bryson, great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, what's happening then?
Hey, it's going down. Where you at right now?
Tennessee. So I moved from North Carolina and got a content house in Tennessee with other influencers.
Okay, see, that's the type of language I'm trying to surround myself this morning, man.
I like it.
I'm trying to be a monetizable media company, but
Yes,
you know, I need me a content house for real, for real.
Yes, sir.
And you've been cranking out a lot of music. Shout out to one of your homies at Forgiato.
Forgiato Blow, let's get it. That's my boy.
Yeah, man, he be going in. I think I stumbled across his stuff after checking out some of your stuff. So it was just rabbit holes on rabbit holes. And how long you been in Tennessee?
I've been in Tennessee probably like 6 months, 7 months.
Well, how's the vibe out there? How many patriots we got out there?
There's a lot out here. I'm gonna be honest. I visited a lot of places, but so far out of every place I visited, this seems to be the most conservative. Like as far as like you just walking out seeing people, like most people that look at the MAGA hat or something like that, they usually like it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Hey, I gotta ask Bryson, since you're in Tennessee, any chance you've seen Morgan Wallen walking around?
Nah, I have not. I hope I will one of these days, but I have not as of yet.
Man, if I could still grow hair, I'd have a mullet, bro. I'd have a fly ass mullet. Like, dude, I have a mullet wig. That's why we doing so many mullet characters. But I need to give me a fresh one for my Chingo Bling character. I need like a fresh blonde.
I love it, dude.
You know what I'm saying? With the highlights in
like
that
a Garth
joint.
Brooks color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, man. Like I said earlier, I'm new to the conservative side. Like I caught a lot of people off guard. So they were just like, "Man, you was Mr. They Can't Deport Us All, and you was all about the immigrants and this and that." And I'm like, I still got love for immigrants. It's just, you got to admit, we don't know what's going through that border. We don't know who's coming, how many, what they got, who they with, who they in contact with.
Yep.
So did you catch a lot of flack? Like, because I read, that you were once on the left.
Yeah, so not really ideology wise, but just a default setting in the black community is to be a Democrat. So I just didn't know where my actual ideas aligned, because the Democrats, and still to this day, are much better at marketing than Republicans or anything on the right, period. So I used to be on the left. I used to identify with the left, claim identify with the left. I was a Bernie supporter for no reason. Didn't even know what he was talking about half the time. But he was yelling. It sounded cool. You know what I'm saying? I voted for Obama. But I actually voted for Obama because I listened to what him and Mitt Romney said. And Mitt Romney was so trash. Yeah. The worst. He's like, had to be one of the worst GOP candidates of all time. And then I voted for Obama. But when Obama, I'm gonna say what really started me on the researching a little bit, when Obama started pushing that LGBT stuff, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What? This what we on now? Then, Bernie, he was super on it, and then super pro-abortion, super this. And then I just started researching and started looking up Republicans, but Ted Cruz was the first one I looked up. And when I looked on his website, a lot of things was surrounded by God. I was talking about God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is a little different. Then I watched the primaries, and Trump just he was so entertaining. I felt like I was watching me on stage talk. Man. And like, it was no political jargon. It was straight to the point. It was like, I felt like he was like a lion. I was like, okay, dang, whoever it is, like, Trump is that thing. Then that's when I started supporting Trump.
Yeah, that's what's up. Don't feel bad when you were out there riding for Bernie and didn't know why. I was on stage with Beto O'Rourke talking about I'm a feminist. I was like, I have nothing but daughters. I was like, I love my mom, love my sister, so shit, I guess I'm a feminist. What's up, Beto O'Rourke? And I'm looking for the picture I took with him just so I could kind of roast myself.
Oh,
because,
please post that.
You know, because he's so anti-Second Amendment, and they try to use that the massacre in El Paso, you know, which was a tragedy, but they try to use that. The left loves like capitalizing on people's pain, and they take that El Paso massacre. They had George Lopez write a whole letter basically saying y'all better vote for Trump because this crazy white boy with these guns, he was a Trumper, and it's racism and he's divisive, and that's why we need to vote Democrat. All right, you know, y'all got that?
Yeah.
And
you can't let a good crisis go to waste, you know?
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But
they still do that. They're doing it with COVID right now. If somebody die and it's COVID on the death certificate, they're gonna make a whole article like this person was anti-vax and he died. They still doing it.
We're throwing a lot of topics out there. Since we're on the Second Amendment, Bryson, how did you feel about guns, if any kind of way before, and then when you got into politics, listening to Beto and people on the left talk about the Second Amendment?
I've never been against guns. I never. I was in a much different way, but me and my homie used to run the streets and like we used to find guns. We used to find guns and try to keep them, you know, just in case something popped off. But I've never disliked guns. I've always thought that was crazy. I've always wanted guns. Now I have like almost 10 of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never been against guns. But Beto, he was the reason I mentioned him in my Trump is your president song, because his whole platform is anti-2A. That's how he felt like he was going to win. Yeah, just from being against guns
in Texas. I'm so glad he didn't win. Yo, so I have to give you props on your music. Not even starting off with just the lyrics and the bars and all that. The fact that you have the nuts to say all type of stuff that, you know what I mean, that. It's gangster. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like some of it is like, yeah, if you just listen to what he's saying, it makes total sense. I got to give you props on that because I feel that, like, you know, hip hop in the beginning, it was all about being honest and expressing yourself and saying something. And somehow, some way, it totally went sideways, in my opinion, where I just tuned out. Everybody's promoting Big Pharma. What's the name? Got a song called Waukesha, Moneybag Yo. He's promoting, you know, opiate, you know, the shit Houston invented, the drink, you know,
lame.
Yeah, the drink and all that shit.
Purple stuff.
And it's Big Pharma. So I just feel like hip hop took a total left turn, like super negative. And especially with the BET Awards, it was just like what Lil Nas X was doing, and it was a bunch of twerking, and it's like, okay, maybe I'm just old because I turned 42 in a couple weeks, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just old, but like, you know, how did you feel when you started attacking certain subjects and writing in lyrics, like, you know, Democrats committing treason and stuff like that?
I mean, the reason I even started making the music I make is because, like, before I went viral or anything, I was on social media, like going in, like telling my conservative values. Then the radio station and everybody like started saying like, we're gonna stop playing his music. So my mother called me one day, cursed me out, but she snapped. And then like the one thing I remember her saying is, you can't be a political pundit and a music artist. And then when she said that, I said, what? So I said, well, I'm about to make political music about my belief system then. Screw it. And that's what started. So my first song I ever made was Black Not Democrat. But so even the Black Not Democrat, I was speaking on controversial issues because I've always spoke on controversial issues. I've always been a controversial person, no matter where I lie politically. It may not have been necessarily about politics, but it was always about social issues. I used to get attacked by the LGBT. The LGBT used to say I was a fake Bernie supporter because I used to argue with them all the time. And like, this is, I'm talking about like 2010, 2011, 2012. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to me, this is regular. Speaking on controversial issues is regular. And I know that I don't really care what people say. So there's no apologizing or backtracking or nothing. That will never happen.
Did you get to catch, this is not a political question. Did you get to catch the verses that they just did? Dipset?
Nah, which one?
It was Dipset versus the Lox.
I didn't see it, but afterwards I saw people saying Jadakiss albums and songs went up in the charts. So
man,
so the Lock Snap.
You're way younger than me. Did you even get into them?
I was more of a fan of Dipset growing up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Jadakiss was always the lead in the Lox. Styles P was definitely my second favorite.
It was Jada, Styles P, and it was
Sheik Luke.
somebody else. Yeah, him. Yep.
Yeah, he was like 6-man. He was riding bench in a 3-man group. How you riding bench? And then Dipset, man, they had so much style, like from the fashion, Cameron,
J.R. Ryder. J.R. Ryder was my boy back in the day, man. The whole squad, bro. You had a 40 cal. He was crazy.
Jewels
with the bandana. Come on now.
Yeah, even Jim Jones had a successful solo run. But yeah, Cameron's definitely a big influence of mine just because, Chingo Bling was flamboyant. Yeah. Like I used to wear some bright ass boots and crazy shit, and we were trying to stunt. So somebody like Cameron, here's my Cameron story. They were in Houston doing like a album release thing, and it was like at this big old Dave and Buster's type thing, and they're all shooting pool. And the guy that organized it, he was talking to me. He's like, "Hey man, thanks for stopping by, blah blah blah." And then Cameron comes out of this like back office, and he's gonna head towards the pool tables, and he's sitting there chit chatting with somebody, and the whole time he's just analyzing my boots, Rob. I swear to God, I'm not a mind reader, but I speculate. He's like, "Man, them some fresh ass boots." Pastor Troy complimented my boots, Rob. So. It don't matter if we have a guest, Bryson. I have to like stroke my ego for about 15 seconds.
Nah, you good, bro.
I gotta talk about, man, back in my day, shit, Cameron was sweating. He was sweating my boots.
Bryson, how old are you for context?
30.
Oh, okay, he's not that much younger.
Yeah, he is. Shit.
10 years?
12, bro. I'm damn near 42. I'm about to get on testosterone replacement therapy like Joe Rogan right after I get this vasectomy.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Because I'm 42 with a newborn. What the hell am I thinking?
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. So, have you red pilled a lot of people you feel with your music?
Yeah. See, that's the stuff I can't see. So people DM me about it. But I'm like, thanks. But my favorite things is like there's videos on YouTube. Everybody that know me in the movement that have actually been around me. My favorite thing is like when people like red pill people in real life, or just naturally. Like it's not no plan. Me and my girl was at a restaurant. Well, this is before she was my girl. We was at a restaurant. I red pill one of the dudes while he was cleaning it up.
Damn.
We was in DC trying to get soul food. We tried to red pill a whole block. Like that's on you. Like a lot of stuff is on YouTube too. It was just natural when people turn on the camera. But red pill a whole block. I was at a bowling alley because I'm always wearing patriotic stuff. Yeah. So people usually say something to me for like, especially when I used to wear the big hat. People usually naturally just say something to me, and then you say something to me. But we better have that conversation. So,
man, that's it. Man, you like for real Morpheus. Like you just. Pop! Dude is cleaning up the table and you just pop a red pill in his mouth.
Just threw it like a frisbee.
He hit it in a piece of bread. Boom.
Bro, because they ask me questions. And I think the problem is a lot of these conservative pundits or these influencers, they try to be, it's like they trying to sound too political, too much political jargon. But nobody want to hear that. Me, I talk sort of ghetto. So when I talk to them, it's regular, it's simple. But that's how Trump talk. Yeah. Trump don't use too much political jargon. It's to the point, it's simple, which is why he won the first time, because it's easier for people to understand. So when I talk to people, they feel like they can listen to me better because I'm talking simple. Unless it's like somebody, that's already in the politics, they're gonna be like, okay, he sound crazy.
See, that's how I feel like Chingo Bling does it. That's exactly what Mighty Soul said too. Like you have a really good way of conveying that shit because you got your ear to the streets. You talk in a certain kind of way.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you keep it real. Mm-hmm. You don't get too hoity-toity.
Yo.
But hey, speaking of controversy and political pundits, who in your opinion is doing it right on the right, and who in your opinion is doing it not so right on the right?
Most doing it not right. It depends on what the goal is. But who do I think?
Putting you in a tough spot, man. Putting you in a tough spot.
I'm trying to think. Like, there's people I like. Like, I like B. Tatum. I like Candace Owens. I like High Swins. I think High Swins are underrated as far as red pilling people. I think they have red pilled more people than any other conservative pundit. But the one person I thought like outside of me, because I'm a Christian, obviously. So outside of that aspect, like RP King Face, bro. King Face, every time me and King Face linked up and everything, like, it's just what it was. Because me and him, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and him, talk that same language. You feel me? I feel like me and King Face was red pilling people left and right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, I wish he was a Christian, you know, but he wasn't. But outside of that part, bro, he was somebody that was really, really doing it right, because he wasn't compromising. He was keeping it 100. Like, I don't like people that compromise or specifically not say certain things so they don't get banned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, shadow banning. Man, you have a song called Shadow. What is it? Shadow ban?
Ban. I got a song Purge. I got a song Censor Me. I got a few of them.
Okay. So, man, what was your experience with when you started noticing, like, okay, what's up with this?
The first time I got shadow banned was Twitter. Because at one point in time, I was really mainly popping on Twitter. I wasn't popular on nothing else like that. And then this is when everybody started figuring out how to find out if you were shadow banned. I was like, I gotta be shadow banned. I went from boom, boom, boom to boom, boom, boom out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they had my name on their red for about everything. Like if it's like a red mark beside it, I mean, that's what they stop you from doing. I was red every which way. That's because from the get-go, I was already talking about the LGBT. There are certain things you can talk about when it comes to like feminism and LGBT. Them two things you cannot talk about. You can still get away with talking about abortion. I can say abortion is murder all day long. But as far as them two topics like feminism and LGBT, that will get you messed up. I still can't even do ads on Twitter if I wanted to.
Damn.
Yeah, but of course I got banned on my main Instagram page. Got banned, wiped out. My TikTok with almost 400,000 followers banned, wiped out. Spotify banned my song Safe Space. SoundCloud banned my song Safe Space. YouTube banned my song Hydroxychloroquine. I'm currently suspended from Facebook. Facebook stopped me from doing ads for like 5 months. Hopefully they let me do them when I come back. So I've been banned probably every which way you can literally think of.
I saw you tweeted that the social credit score is going to be here before we know it. It sounds like you already feeling the effects.
Well, it's already here. It's just not
in your
face. We just don't view it as being enforced by the government, even though it is, because all these social media companies are basically another leg for politics. If you want to be honest, but we don't view it that way because we already have it, which is why you already have to have certain beliefs to even be allowed to speak on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you somebody like me who's not trying to compromise, you're gonna get banned because your social credit score isn't high enough. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We just don't view it that way because that jargon is not being used. You know, because if you a trans whatever words, pansexual, woman, black, if you all that in one, you are untouchable on the internet. You can't be touched.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's like the oppression Olympics, and the more labels you could stick onto you, it's like you automatically get more authority, and you could just
more privileges, more rights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people ain't looking at it like that, but that's literally what it is.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I had my 13-year-old in the car, and I was like playing probably the Young Me Park on Joe Rogan episode because I want her to hear how blessed she is to be an American. And the lady was talking about something, and she's like, huh, it sounded like what you just said. It was kind of like, oh, and they say white people are the ones that are privileged. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm red pilling her.
Slowly.
Bro, white people probably have the white people.
Straight white male. Can't say nothing.
Straight.
That's controversial to say.
Straight man, period. But when you a straight white man, you talk about white in there too, oh, you already hate it. I'm telling you, bro, when people really think about it, people do have free speech in this country. It just ain't us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I've watched somebody call Jesus gay on Twitter. Wow. Say they wanted to kill Donald Trump. Say people that are unvaccinated shouldn't have rights. Say that conservatives should be beat up in the streets. I've heard politicians say that. Yeah. There's no consequences. But as soon as you say something as simple as, let's start with the easy one. Say there are only two genders. That can literally potentially get you banned. That is like, wow. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. And like our scientific community has gotten so woke, you know, and corrupt. It's turned into scientism. No longer just can we have a discussion because many scientists disagree. Yeah. It's like, no, you can't say that. I don't care if you're a doctor. You're censored.
Bryson, how are you navigating the waters of being censored like that on social media and losing account after account after account?
Oh, I don't. I just, I'm just here till they get me off everything. I don't really, bro. My thing is like this, and I remember when I was on the Candace show, she was like, "Bryson, you might want to calm down because we need your voice on social media," which is all fine and dandy. But I view everything like this: if you're not being persecuted, if you're not getting banned on things, then are you really saying anything meaningful? Because if you're just in 2021, if you're allowed to just roam free on social media, you have to be towing the line. Even if your actual belief system is towing the line, but for a fact, you're not saying anything actually impactful or anything actually that needed to be said, because nothing is worth it if you're not having a tough conversations. And obviously, if somebody brings a tough conversation, then they will get banned. So I don't care. I will definitely for dishonor, in my opinion. They're going to have to get me up out of here in real life. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I view it.
What Candace told you sounds like what I tell Chingo from time to time. Like, hey, maybe we should, reanalyze what we're putting out there.
And then I tell him what you just told us, which is, look here, Rob. We got a country to save, bro.
You're right. You're both not wrong.
Everybody talking about, yeah, man, 2022, 2024, we could try again. Look here, man. If we don't get to the bottom of 3 November, ain't gonna be no other election.
Ain't gonna be no, and what's funny is Candace was saying it out of like her pure heart. Y'all know Candace, like, she a savage though, but she still was like, bruh, like, we need your voice out here. You can't get banned off everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey man, where it falls, wherever it lands, I'm right there. Let's get it.
Man, that's the warrior gene, man.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like Joey Diaz. Let the pieces fall where they may.
You feel me?
Yeah, man, you remind me of my dad in that respect. my dad swear he got that Aztec warrior gene, and he don't give a damn.
Just going out on a shield, basically.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? That's hey man, the fact that Candace Owens is the one that's telling you, hey bro, you
pushing it.
We can't lose you in these internet streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you been to a Trump rally?
I've been to so many Trump rallies.
Man, I just did my first.
I bet you it was lit.
Man, it was like Burning Man. It was like all these. It was like, what is it, ACL? It was South. It was that was my South by Southwest.
It was your Lollapalooza?
Yeah, but I messed up in my original patriotic outfit. I couldn't wear it, and I was stuck wearing like all black, so I looked like a provocateur.
Yeah, sometimes they be tripping. They actually had to ban. I made the big hats popular. They banned the big hats from actually Trump rallies.
Why?
I guess because it's too big and it's a security risk or something. But because the two things I made popular is the big Trump hat and the bucket hat. But they didn't ban the bucket hat. It's just all it is a fisherman hat. But they definitely banned them big. Because I don't know if y'all remember the big hats I used to wear. They were huge.
The big foam ones.
Yeah. So, so they had to ban them because they said it was too big and caused security risk and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had fun. I was front row. I got to sit next to Wendy Rogers from Arizona, and a gentleman that was overseeing the forensic audits out there. And a lot of people don't even know what the hell I just said, because it's like, what is that? Because ain't nobody covering it. That's crazy, bro. It's like we're literally, to quote Scott Adams, he says, it's like it's 2 movies on the same screen. So you have one half of the country viewing the same situation, and they're just like, Rob, we need vaccine passports, bro. Yeah. Like, it's a good thing that they're spying on us. It's like, no, we need more government. And then you got other people looking at the same stuff like, y'all don't see this shit show?
Yeah.
Like, how is this not a crisis? Look at all these crises on top of each other.
So the funny thing is, I remember, and it wasn't that long ago, it was literally like 6 months ago. 6 months ago, people were literally, I remember them telling me, leftists were telling me that I'm an idiot because I think they're going to actually try to push vaccine passports. They were calling it a conspiracy theory. No joke. 'Cause I remember when it was some airlines and some foreign airlines talking about it. And people were like, this is a conspiracy theory. Nobody's actually going to do this. I remember them saying this. But you know what I'm saying? And now they're actually pushing it in New York. And it's actually being talked about other places. Bro, it's crazy.
Wow. And you know what? These folks ain't even been in there a whole year. And it's already like, man,
y'all. 6 months.
It's like, y'all really mashing the gas off this cliff.
You heard about what they're doing with the military, right?
Forcing them, right?
Yep, forcing on the military, bro. If that's not a sign, if that's not crazy, bro, nothing is crazy. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Rand Paul's like leading the charge. He's like, just say no. They can't.
saw that.
They can't force everybody to do anything. X, Y, Z, you name it. Like it is we the people, right?
Bro, I said that on Twitter the other day, bro. Literally, all you have to do is say no. But the problem is the left, they aren't going to say no. They're going to willingly say yes. And then you got half of people on this side, on the right, willing to say yes for weird reasons. Like, well, let's just do it so we don't have to worry about arguing with them or they have a few personal experiences. My great grandmother died, and they said it was from COVID, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And then you have the other half of us like no. So half of us are saying no, but there's not enough of us saying no for it to actually matter. And then we have people like Ben Shapiro and people like that actually saying no. Everybody does need to get the vaccine. And I was like, yeah, sort of a lost. It's sort of a lost cause at that point. So me, I'm not getting it. Period. You will never see me with a mask on. None of that. I'm not wearing a mask for no reason at all. Not even to make money. So
Not even airport.
bro, I stopped going to airports. January 1st. I have not touched a mask in January 1st. I think I've missed out on like $50,000. I don't even care.
Wow, let me get some of that. I'll be a triple.
I need some of it.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a kickback, a finder's fee. But it's affecting. I've been doing stand-up comedy past few years, and it's affecting that game because some of these clubs they fall into social pressure. Like the Comedy Store, they were considered for a while. They had the reputation of they're the cool ones. You ain't gonna punk them. Like it's a bunch of misfits, and now they're like woke. So everybody got to have their papers.
Yeah.
To get up in there. Comedians and all.
That's how I felt about all these gangster rappers, bro. like I grew up listening to Eminem, DMX, Kanye, my favorite artist of all time, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? These are people I grew up listening to, bro. There was no backing down. Matter of fact, you probably trying to say the most controversial thing you could think of at the moment. Like, screw y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now you got everybody apologizing. You know what I'm saying? The only person that ain't apologized is somebody I never was a big fan of, but Lil Boosie. You seen Lil Boosie IG Lives?
He didn't apologize for what?
Bro, he ain't about for nothing. Matter of fact, he came in to defend the baby. You know the situation that happened with the baby?
Oh, yeah.
The Boosie came in, defended the baby, and said, man, everybody don't want to see that gay stuff,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, bro, he did a whole live. He got banned. He don't even care. He's still on the same energy, bro. I'm like, bro, but he from the early 2000s, so he ain't even with this new wave stuff, bro. I know he confused. Like, what's going on?
And so Boosie got banned?
I didn't know he got banned.
They got banned from IG. Yeah.
Really?
Damn.
Well, he's definitely in my top 10. I might even, if he's not in my top 5, he might be number 6.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Pimp C is my number 1.
Who's he going head to head with? If he's not your number 5, who's number 5 right
Boosie?
now? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard in my head to like organize, like sift around a list, but like Andre 3000 is up there for sure. Pimp C is number 1. And then I got a lot of influence from people like Slick Rick, those type of people. Eazy-E. It was always like the bosses, people that had their own record label. Like that was a big thing. It's just seeing like the independent scene coming up. So since we're on the subject of that, man, what is the I don't want to call it MAGA rap, but like
What is it?
in your ecosystem? What is that like? Like what kind of venues? What are the crowds like?
So the crowds, they can be good. It depends. The problem is a lot of times. So I grew up doing shows and stuff like that, and I don't think people in this political world know how to do rap shows yet, like or shows, music shows. Period. So the ones that get promoted that let people know we there. You know what I'm saying? It be lit. I'm talking about lit. You know what I'm saying? It be lit. It be like you feel like you're on top of the world. Then you have the shows where sometimes the promoters, bro, they don't do Facebook ads or nothing. They don't do no marketing. It's just they bring people out here. And then we'll post about it every once in a while. But it's like once we get there, people talk to us like, yo, we didn't know y'all was even here. So it'll be like 100 people or so there, but it should be like 500. But nobody even know the people don't even know we're there because people are not marketing it. It's kind of It depends, but sometimes they do be lit, bro. I'm talking about like lit, bro, like lit.
Man, you may want to start organizing. Do you organize your own shows?
No, but I have thought about like when people try to book me for shows, I'm trying to get to the point where it's like, bro, let me handle give me access to your page, give me a budget for ads, because y'all are not like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are not even like, because if you try to do it for the movement, then at least give it that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had performances go viral, but it's when the crowd was good. It's when people did it right. You know what I'm saying?
Man, not to get in your business, nothing like that, but like I used to deal with promoters and all that in my rap days, and it was always a letdown. It was always a headache. It was always, like you said, they dropped the ball in some aspect. Either the flyer looked stupid, like they didn't really hit the streets, so on. And once I shifted to stand-up, I was more in control of organizing it. But I can definitely picture you like, all right, look, it's the Bryson Gray tour. You know, this is the name of the list, whatever, blah, blah, blah tour. And these are the first set of cities we're hitting. These are the venues. This is the ticket links. And then really you would be the one doing the marketing and promotion. And you'd get, the door and all that. And that way you eliminate the headaches of like, bro, y'all don't know, y'all don't see the vision. Y'all marketing the wrong people. You had too many opening acts. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Bryson brings back America. I can see it.
Bro, honestly, bro, there's at least 6 or 7 conservative rappers or MAGA rappers, whatever the name is for us. 6 or 7 of us with an actual following, bro. We can do a tour. And people want to come together and do the tour. But usually when you work with people, it's usually like egos involved and stuff like that. I'll get annoyed to the point where I just don't want to do it. Like when there's so many egos involved, stuff like that, I don't know. So but to be fair, we haven't really sat down as a collective and really tried to pit on a tour. But usually when you work with multiple like artists, you know how that go.
No, I could definitely see that being a headache. I feel like in a perfect situation, like the way I do it is I bring 2 opening acts. So I hire 2 comedians that I'm cool with. I know they're funny and there's no headaches, no egos. So it's almost as if you handpicked, 2 cats, might be up and coming. You're the headliner. It's a Bryson Gray show. Other people can pop in as like a cameo, but that way you eliminate that headache. But anyway, the listeners, they listening in on a meeting.
They like that inside baseball.
Meeting. But no, dude, like I just totally see the potential, and I've been there. I've been in those situations where it's like, man, this shit ain't even worth it. Where it's like this person tripping, and all of a sudden they want to, they want to go last. They want this percentage. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, bro. And then with a lot of these promoters, bro, I'm gonna tell you what they do. First off, they underpay you, and secondly, I allow myself to get underpaid. Because I think I'm doing something for the movement. People around me can't stand how much I get. I let people underpay me, but then they expect you to do all the marketing. Like they expect you to post it 100 times, which is that's never good. One message to people on social media: do not over promote. That will annoy people. People will unfollow you. Your engagement rate will drop tremendously. Never over promote. That's not what social media is for. You can do it on like your stories or something like that. But on your main
feed, bro, just unfollow me then. Damn.
I'm not. But I'm not because I be seeing like a lot of these speakers, like people that never get like speech engagements. They'll get a speech engagement and they'll post something. They'll post the same like picture like 100 times. And then like the next post they post, they think they're getting shadow banned because their engagement rate go down. But it's not that you're getting shadow banned in this case. It's because people got to know it if you over promoting.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Hey Bryson, talking about content, man. What's this new content house you're at like, and what are you coming from? What kind of experience with creating content?
So basically, what it was is I was thinking about getting out of North Carolina anyway, and I wanted enough space. I had a view. It wasn't exactly going to be a content house at first. It was going to be a house with like rooms dedicated to different things. But then a few more influencers was like, yo, like, can we pop in too? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, pop in. You know what I'm saying? Let's screw it. You got to make some content. So we have a little room dedicated to content. And to be 100% honest, I hope they listen to this. I do not think one of them beside me, so they can hear me. But I do not think we have taken advantage of the opportunity that has been granted, bro. There's no reason not to make content in this house, bro. We have cameras, lights, 2 Wi-Fis. Bro, I bought 2. We got a Wi-Fi downstairs and a Wi-Fi upstairs. You know what I'm saying? We got all types of laptops, space.
Yeah.
You know,
It looked like an Apple store up in there.
Bro, it's like so much stuff in here to work with. And you know, sometimes people make content, you know what I'm saying, but it's not. I don't feel like it's enough.
You know what my issue is? Because I have the same problem. We have all kind of microphones and all kinds of stuff. I feel like, well, when it comes to my YouTube, like my podcast, Rob's handling, we're running that, you know, smooth. But when it comes to like my YouTube videos and trying to monetize Facebook Watch and all that, I feel like I think I found somebody for this job. But basically, like, all right, Chingo, you got to do this video where it's like, this is a trend, this is a challenge, or you got to mention your top 10, you know, cringe moments, and you're gonna react to this and that, and then I can execute. But I feel like I get stuck at that phase where it's like, well, I have all the tools I need. I just can't think of what I'm.
Bro, I'll tell you, bro, it's always something to do. Me, I'm either researching, like outside of researching, reading the Bible, I'm either making music, I'm live streaming on Twitch, I'm live on Instagram, I tweet naturally. It's like a natural thing for me to do is tweet. It's like a second nature to tweet random things. And then, or I'm making, you know what I'm saying, shooting a music video, or I'm making a video for my second channel, or making a video for my third channel. It's just like I'm always doing something, but it's like, it's not work to me because it's like just literally what I like to do. Yeah. But it's like there's always something to do because I'm trying to push propaganda. Yes, I admit it. Period. I'm trying to push conservative, far right wing propaganda because I'm trying to push my belief systems on the rest of the world. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
I like the honesty there, Bryson. Expand on that. Why push this ideology versus the alternative? What is it that should make people want to open their eyes about this propaganda?
Well, the first thing we have to realize is somebody is going to be pushing propaganda, if you like it or not. And currently, the government is an arm for the left wing, and they're pushing propaganda. Matter of fact, they're mandating propaganda in schools and everything. If people actually research what they're forcing teachers to do, is quite crazy. They're forcing them to push a certain propaganda. Mm-hmm. And as a person who wants to push the opposite propaganda, looking at it, because you know a lot of people like me, we look at it like, we want to promote our values. We don't want to push it on people. You know, we don't want to push it on people. You know, that sounded cool 10 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But now the opposing view, the enemy of your view is being pushed. So somebody has to be radical and push the propaganda for the opposing side. And I'm pushing Bryson Gray propaganda. So it's basically far right, super religious, super free thinking type stuff. And that's why I don't mind disagreeing with people, but it needs to be pushed because the opposing side is getting pushed. So biblical values are being demonized. You can literally get banned for posting Bible verses on Facebook, on TikTok.
No way.
Yeah, I've been banned. Like a few of my TikToks got banned for literally just reading Bible verses. Yeah, not a lot.
It's against their terms of agreement, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now on the platforms I do have, I will spend my time pushing biblical propaganda, or the same way they have pro-feminism propaganda, I'm going to push anti-feminism propaganda, or the same way they have pro-LGBT propaganda, I'm going to push anti-LGBT propaganda, because if they're pro-LGBT, I'm anti. So I'm not middle. I'm like, I'm the enemy to them.
I feel like the issue is when those in power are able to label something as like hate speech. Oh, you anti this. Oh, that means you hate this. It's like, no, I agree with what you're saying in terms of like, for me, I see the main propaganda that's being pushed by mainstream ideology is pretty much Marxist. All this, woke stuff, cultural revolution, like they trying to teach kids to hate America, like all that critical race theory crap. I feel like all that is so dangerous, and it leads to communism. Obviously, you got to get to socialism, and you got to, bend the Constitution and do a bunch of fuck shit, tampering with stuff between there and there. But to me, it is a very dangerous road, and that's why, you know, we all do what we do and try to counter that. And like I always say on here, we have to brainwash our kids with our propaganda before the world does. So you have to instill in them, like, look, I know what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to sound preachy, but I'm your dad. You know, I'm 42, and I'm telling you, yes, the Bible. You know what I mean? And yes, don't fall for this okie doke. And I know that sounds cool because they talking about this equity and equality. I was like, but let me explain to you where that thinking leads and all that kind of stuff.
You have to remember, how do we get to socialism? How do we get to communism? It's not just economics. I know a lot of people think that, but if you look at any time socialism and communism was implemented in history, they took the culture first.
Yep.
So the problem is, and you said it yourself, you said hate America. Well, what would make somebody hate America is if they feel like they're oppressed, or if they feel like they're done wrong. And if everybody is feeling like that, except for a minority group of people, then you can easily, it's a faster route to socialism, a faster route to communism. So what they have to do is change the morals first, change the culture first. Then that's how they can then easily bring it in. Like right now, we're on an easy track to communism. It's like such an easy track. If anybody thinks socialism won't come now, it's like, I don't even know what to do. And attacking socialism all day is not going to win.
Yeah.
You have to try to take back the culture. Because if you don't take back the culture and install better values in people, install men to be hardworking men. Because if a man not hardworking, they're lazy, and they still want the benefits, then of course they're going to like socialism. Why wouldn't they? They don't want to work hard. They don't know any skills. We're sending our kids to these indoctrination programs, aka public education, and then saving up money to send them to more indoctrination camps, which is universities, to not learn any skills. What they're going there and learning what majoring in business, marketing, something like that. No disrespect, 9 times out of 10, these are the most popular fields. It's not going to get you anywhere. So we're sending our kids to these places. They're not learning skills, and now they're confused. They did everything they were told they were supposed to in life, and they still don't. They're coming out of college, no job, no success. So now they think this system is stupid. So what I want is socialism and communism. So once again, it starts with the values.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I feel like a big part of what you do is you're literally creating culture. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you look at it, if you look at the hip hop, you know, genre, it's almost as if so many people are just recycling and doing what's already being done that you could just literally see like, oh, this guy's a mix between Uzi Vert and this person. You know what I mean? And they're riding the wave of culture. I feel like you stepping out on a limb, talking about your true beliefs and ideology and everything, and you actively saying, these are my beliefs, and I feel like they're important for me to put them out there to counter, this we're driving off a cliff. So like, I'd argue that you're literally creating more culture than a lot of mainstream rappers because they're just doing the same shit the other guy just did.
And see, that's why at least once a week I got to mention Andrew Bartbright's quote, politics is downstream of culture. Are you familiar with that, Bryson?
Yes, and it's 100% fact. And like he just said, that's my point of creating the music, bro. Because they're pushing, like, I don't know if you heard Cardi B, I don't cook, I don't clean. And now you hear dudes in rap songs saying, I don't want a girl to do this, I want to die, you know what I'm saying? I want a ratchet girl. No, most men don't really want that. No. I want a woman that knows how to cook, clean, be a homemaker, and nurture, because that's what I'm gonna say in my music. Yeah. So or they say, oh, you need to sell drugs, get a gun. I'm like, no, you need to learn a skill. You need to be able to provide for your wife and provide for your family. You have to stop being a punk, because all of this nonsense about I'm a man, let me just go ahead and mess with a million type of women, then you're gonna get STDs, obviously. So this is what I'm pushing in my songs. Yeah. They can push that, and I'm gonna push literally look at these people y'all are praising. These people are worth nothing.
Yeah, because like when I was a kid listening to rap music, it's like it was never cool to be the junkie. Nobody was ever like, I'm a fiend, I'm a dope fiend, this and that. And now it literally went to they're junkies. A lot of them, like, it's like the drink epidemic. Like, that shit started here. We lost a lot of people. And then I see it popping up, Atlanta, and I'm like, okay. I'd go over there and I'd tell people, like, man, we had an epidemic. A lot of people died. Be careful. and you're absolutely right, man. Like, between the Cardi B's and the Lil Nas X and the the pill popping and all this, it's like, whoa. It's just like they let you say all that. They'll let a black rapper say like I'm a shoot my ops, and even Latino rappers, like they'll let you say, hey homie, catch you on my block, bop bop bop, whatever, and it's like, oh, that don't get banned off Spotify. So the excuse they try to hit you with is like, well, there's hate, and that's why you can't have that segment of freedom of speech, because then it's hate and it's against our thing. But it's like, well, if that was the case, you would pull off 90% of the hip hop.
Well, the worst thing is SoundCloud, they actually sent me the list of things that you can't do. And one of them was promote violence. And I said, that's 95% of songs on SoundCloud. And you banned y'all wouldn't have a platform if you banned every song inciting or promoting violence. But they surely enough was sure to tell me if I try to re-upload Safe Space, my entire account will get banned.
Wow.
Interesting stuff.
Damn.
They need to revisit that rule because it doesn't make sense. Like,
no, it's hypocrisy at its finest.
How much I'm a bust your head, upside your head type songs and lyrics and catch you slipping and this and that. It's like, oh,
pull up on the ops on a block, somebody getting shot. That's cool though. That's lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that'll ride. You can let that play.
Hey Bryson, outside of music, what kind of content are you trying to make in the content house?
So me personally, the content I do is music. We shoot our own music videos. Well, we shoot my music videos. And also I have another YouTube channel called Bryson and a Bible, where I go over like biblical stuff and biblical history and things like that. Then I have another channel where basically my whole life gets recorded. So I have another channel where I go over every time I spend money to try to track what I'm spending and show everybody how I'm tracking it. So if I have a terrible month of tracking my money, then I show people like, because once you start getting like not even like $100,000, not even that type of money. When you start getting like a couple $1,000s, it's easier to spend it and harder to track it if you're just tracking it yourself. So I'm just trying to like, show people that side of the world. I'm an open book anyway. I don't have any secrets.
That's super helpful for the young people.
Yeah, because they want you broke. You know what I mean?
Dumb and broke.
They want you politically illiterate. They want you financially illiterate, and then you always going to obey. Because a broke citizen is an obedient citizen.
Yeah,
that's what I used to say in the rap music, which was a broke artist is an obedient artist, meaning you're gonna have to cut corners and take whatever the label gives you, and you can't negotiate as well. Like for example, here in Houston, coming up in the like the era where I was coming up in the mixtapes, we would look up to people like Slim Thug and how he could just turn down record labels. You know what I mean? Jay Prince, Rap A Lot Records. Like this man has an island. He owns an island off like Belize or Honduras or something like that. He's got 1,000 acres here in Texas, and it's like, okay, that's some boss ass shit.
Yeah.
Well, think about how the labels own you. They do it so smooth. First off, they give you an advance, right? An advance could be anywhere between $20,000 to $100,000, maybe more, depending on how popular you are. They don't necessarily tell you you have to give that back to them, but they will put in that contract that you're just going to happen to not read because you don't want to deal with 15, 20 pages of reading. But in that contract, they'll tell you have to pay that back. And then think about it. Then they're paying for your music videos. They're paying for your mixing. They're paying for your travel. They're paying for you to get to these shows. And what's funny is you think your song, you have 10 million streams. Where's your money? That's probably like 60. That's like $60,000 right there. 60 million, 10 million streams on one platform. Where's your money at? I know you think, but no, they still haven't recouped the money they already spent on you. So you're spending the money you're getting from these shows. You know what I'm saying? You're getting what? $10,000 a show. And you're spending all of this money. You're getting housed because you're waiting on the check. Your song number one. You waiting on that. You waiting on that money, but you're never gonna get it. Next thing you know, you're broke because you spent your show money. Shows started slowing down. You forgot to build a platform for yourself, and you rely on the radio. You rely on a record label. And then once your popularity starts slowing down, you spent all your show money. You're not getting money from your sales and streams, and now you're confused about what's going on. And then once you start slowing down, you're your label gonna stop caring about you. So now you get no advance, you get no marketing, and then you're back at square one. That's how they make you a slave. Because then they can tell you to put on a dress. You put on that dress. Paint your fingernails. You paint your fingernails. Make a song about this. You'll make a song about that because you need that money because you got kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm so old that back in my day, the contracts were not 10 to 15 pages. You had to literally roll with see, like you were mentioning streaming back then. It was like ringtones. Like, hey man, what's your ringtone contract like? It's like, well, it's different than your mechanical, the CDs and the albums. But yeah, man, that's really cool that you have a good understanding of the music business because so many people do not. And down here in Texas and Houston specifically, we always took pride in like making sure we had the business side. Like everybody around town knew like do not sign, like really hesitate, like
ownership first,
big time. Like he said, set up your own platform. Yeah. So back then it was like mixtapes and just having your own brand and not necessarily relying on the label's backing me up.
Yep, that's what people do. I'll tell you, every artist do it. It's like I have a friend who's popular, and I remember me asking him, I'm like, yo, with the money you're getting from shows, you can, build up your own platforms. You know what I'm saying? And then, he literally told me, he's like, the label's gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? But now he's figured it out. He's building up his own platform now. But it's like, bro, these people really like they sell you a dream, and you're literally buying that dream, bro, and I'm not gonna say you selling your soul necessarily, but bro, they can control you. If you become down bad, bro, and the label tell you to do something, you're gonna do it, bro. Most people are gonna do it, bro. And the reason I know this, because I've turned down like 8 deals throughout my lifetime. Because I was popular in North Carolina for music. My rap group, we were popular, and then I got popular making EDM music. I had a few songs that went viral on Vine. And, I turned down so much stuff. I've turned down so much stuff. It's crazy. And everybody got mad at me. Bryson, why you turn this down? Why you turn this down? I like doing what I want to do.
Hey, I got to ask. I read something about you and Fortnite music. What's that about?
So when I was making degenerate music, when I first started playing Fortnite, I did make a Fortnite album. But don't listen to it. It's cursing on it, It's all, but I did have like one song on there about a popular streamer. That low-key was sort of viral though. But I still play Fortnite. I play Fortnite. I stream Fortnite on Twitch daily.
Oh, dude, nice. If I can try to play daily, I still play daily as well. People always talk shit like that game's dead. Like that game's not dead. Ariana Grande just did a performance the other day in it. They had that whole event or whatever.
Over a million people watched it.
Yeah.
Well, so hold on, you play Fortnite?
Yeah, every day.
Let's go. Are you cracked?
Dude, cracked? I'm trying to, man. Crack dad over here, cranking 30s in my cracking 90s in my 30s.
Same, bro. I've been in Champs League for a minute, but I was doing traveling, so I haven't got to play any of the FNCSs or any really of the Cash Cups. I had the WQ1 Cash Cup because I only had like an hour and a half to play it.
Damn, you're serious as fuck. Chingo's over here like, man, I'm trying to get into it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm 42.
Oh, you pulling it?
Man, there's this one song. I should have wrote down the name of it, but you switched the vibe and it went almost like dance hall Drake pop. You know which one I'm talking about?
Is it Bad Guy?
Okay, I think it is. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the streets with the BBs. It was late night at DC. These other folk ain't in these streets. They just won't follow
with the retweet.
Yeah. They're at the right side, and I don't switch up on my side. When time gets tough, then they hide. But they say I'm the bad guy. They say I'm the villain. I just give them what's on my mind, and they get in their feelings. I know. That real talk gon' hurt your soul.
Hey man, you wrecked that one.
Bro, you know what's funny? Before politics, that's the type of music I was popular for making. That's what's funny. Like, people used to pay me to get on songs just to sing, and I was a rapper. It used to irritate me. But I heard that beat. I'm like, bro, I'm about to make a banger with this. What's funny is I'm singing, but the lyrics are actually quite aggressive.
Yeah, and I mean, it's super catchy. And then what is it? The truth gonna hurt your soul?
Yeah.
The nice melodies.
down and naked in their feelings. I know. That real talk gon' hurt your soul.
That real talk gonna hurt you. So I was like, oh
Damn.
shit. I thought my playlist glitched and went over to like some Drake or something.
That's good shit.
Yo, you're creating culture. You pushing your ideology. You're doing it with with a that's a pop sound.
Yeah.
That's like a hit.
Yes, sir.
That's like a hit record, basically.
Thank you.
But you hitting them with some real shit.
Yeah. And you're standing true to what you believe.
That's my jam.
Yes, sir. I feel like as a man, all you got in this world is your word, in my opinion. So if people can't trust your word, bro, what can they trust? You know what I'm saying? That's why like a lot of people that follow me, listen to my music, the reason they like love it so much is because they say he just keep doubling down and don't really care. And I feel like men should be like that, period. I feel like I feel like that's one of the main roles of a man is to keep your word, be trustworthy, be a leader, but it's 2021, so it's a little different.
That's some good game.
Yeah, you're like the Governor DeSantis of MAGA rap.
Sort of, except one thing. Governor DeSantis, he did that thing with Ben and Jerry.
Oh, what'd he do?
And
What did he do?
I still like DeSantis overall. Don't confuse it. But he did some like anti-free speech thing with Ben and Jerry. Basically, he signed something to say you can't even criticize Israel. And I'm a Christian, but bro, like free speech or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you free speech or not? But it's not just him. A lot of I think the governor in Texas did the same thing. Matter of fact, the governor in Texas, he signed something condemning the app Gab. If y'all look it up, like a lot of stuff gets swept under the rug.
Abbott hated on Gab.
Yeah, he actually signed something to condemn it, like to publicly say like Gab is anti-Semitic or some crazy like that, bro. It's like
There's so much shit every day. I don't know how that got swept under the rug.
Oh, trust me, a lot of stuff right-wing politicians do get swept under the rug. And it's because once you like somebody, you don't want to criticize them. But me, I can like somebody and criticize them. Like I like Larry Elder, but I criticize him for flip-flopping on if Joe Biden won the election squarely, freely and fairly. Because he just said in an interview that Biden did, but I remember him saying he didn't. So I'm like,
Wow.
Well, he's got to play that game, right? If he's trying to actually get this recall going in his favor.
Yeah, but if everybody played the game, then who can you trust?
Yeah, and as we speak, Mike Lindell's cyber symposium, where he invited all the hackers and stuff, and he's giving up $5 million if you could prove his evidence wrong. It's on right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but they
What?
don't. Yeah, it's on right now. Yep,
that's why I'm getting all these messages. Yo,
that's how we're all like, Boat is a Lion season 1 is on right now. So
Hold on, what is it again?
Okay,
Like,
so I've been following this. So Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, he basically got a hold of these things called the packet captures. I guess some cyber people, like some whistleblowers, were like, "Hey, here's the entire election, all in this non-editable recording. It's called a packet capture." So he basically feels that we were attacked by the CCP, and that shit was crooked. And basically, he's having this event where he invited CNN, like Fox. He invited everybody. He said, all governors, congressmen, bring your cyber guy. And I can send y'all the link. But basically,
Please.
they're live streaming it. It's not open to the public. And he's even going to do a mock election where he's going to tell everyone, okay, look, there's a kiosk for each state. And you're going to be able to see how the votes were going and then how they switched them overnight type thing, or how all the different ways, and then he has $5 million. Like when he did an interview with CNN and they tried to do a hit piece on him and be like, but Mike, we're worried about you, man. Like, what if you're a victim of it's a hoax and they're just trying to trick you? He's like, oh, you worried about old Mike? He's like, oh, you worried about old Mike, huh? He said, well, come get the $5 million then. I got $5 million on it, Rob.
bro, that is lit.
yo. So we'll stay on this, but I just got breaking news that Governor Cuomo resigned.
Okay.
Yep. I read that. He resigned. Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
So true.
The left turned on him. Well, yo, we're not going to take up more of your time. Boat is a Lion. Everybody go just stream all of Bryson's catalog. Support
Please
him.
do.
Support him on Twitch. And if he comes to your city, make sure you get a ticket, VIP preferably. And thank you so much, man. Keep creating culture and impacting.
Yeah, man. Stay in touch. We hope to do this again.
Of course, bro. Thank y'all. Keep grinding. Also, add me on Fortnite, y'all too.
Yeah. What's your gamer tag?
It's CCG space Bryson Gray. So it's just my name. So it's just CCG space Bryson Gray.
All right, brother.
For sure.
Yes,
all right, so follow him online, get his tour dates and everything. I know you're coming to Phoenix real soon, so y'all be on the lookout.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
See you, man.
Peace.